Have you ever looked back at a past relationship and asked yourself, why did I fall for that person? Maybe in the beginning, they felt like the person who would change your life, make you happy, but a few months later, or maybe years, you found yourself stuck in a familiar story, emptiness, hurt, disappointment, and when the relationship ended, you swore you'd never fall for someone like that again. Yet a few months later, you're falling for a new version of the old pattern, different name, different face, but the same kind of heartbreak. Why does this happen? Welcome to Behavioral Psychology, where we decode human behavior through the lens of science. In this video, we'll explore, why do you keep choosing the wrong person to love, and repeat it again and again? Your first experience of love didn't come from a boyfriend or girlfriend, it came from your parents. From the way your mom held you when you cried, the way your dad listened, or didn't, or the way they ignored you, criticized you, or left when you needed them most. That's where you learned what love is, and how to be loved. If you grew up in a stable, nurturing environment, you're more likely to seek out partners who make you feel secure, trustworthy, and connected. But if your childhood was marked by insecurity, abandonment, criticism, control, or emotional wounds, the love you seek later in life might not be healthy. It might just be familiar. We don't always look for love that makes us happy, we look for what feels familiar. And if familiar means pain, you'll unconsciously choose someone who can hurt you in the same way. That's why you choose the wrong person, and keep doing it. There's a psychological theory called repetition compulsion. It says, we unconsciously seek out similar situations to past wounds, hoping this time we'll fix it and get a better outcome. Example, if your father was emotionally distant, you might be drawn to cold, emotionally unavailable partners, not because they're good for you, but because a part of your unconscious mind says, if this person loves me, it proves I'm worthy. It heals the wound with my dad. But here's the truth. You can't heal your past by reenacting it with someone new. You'll only trap yourself in a cycle of pain, again. You think you're choosing someone because of feelings? Because your heart told you so? Not exactly. Many times, you're actually falling for them because of hormones. When you're attracted to someone, your brain releases dopamine, excitement, oxytocin, bonding, and serotonin, pleasure. These chemicals cloud your judgment and make you ignore red flags. You think they're mysterious. They might just be hiding something. You think they're strong. Maybe they're controlling. You feel anxious. Your heart races around them? That may not be love, it might be anxiety. The sad truth is, your brain can confuse love with stress. That's why you fall for someone who makes you anxious, because that sensation feels familiar. Sometimes we choose the wrong person because we fall in love with expectations, not with the actual person. We dream of someone who understands us without words, heals unspoken wounds, always knows what to do and how to love us, even when we don't know what we need. Then, we meet someone who seems a little like that dream, and we pour all our hopes into them. We're not loving them, we're loving our fantasy of them. When they fail to meet those expectations, we feel disappointed, but instead of reflecting, we move on to the next person, repeating the same dream with a different face. Love isn't magic. It won't heal wounds by itself. It won't fill your emptiness. It won't make you happy if you're not ready to do that for yourself. To love someone is to embrace the imperfect, to accept reality, not to force them into your fantasy. No one wants to be alone. Some fear emptiness, others fear judgment, some just don't know how to be by themselves. And in that fear, we settle, we choose someone not because they're right, but because they're there. Even when we know it's not going anywhere, even when our gut tells us something's off, we keep going. Because the fear of being alone is stronger than the fear of being hurt. We tell ourselves, at least it's something. No one's perfect. I can help them change. But love shouldn't be something you endure. If you're with someone just because you're afraid of being alone, that's not love. That's avoidance. Sometimes the problem isn't them, it's you. More specifically, it's your belief that you don't deserve anything better. If you've ever been told, you're not good enough, no one will truly love you, or if you've been abandoned, betrayed, or hurt, you might carry a deep-rooted belief. I don't deserve to be loved properly. This belief leads you to accept toxic relationships, to be disrespected, controlled, and to think that's all you can get. Worse, When someone does treat you well, genuinely loves and respects you, you feel uncomfortable. You become suspicious. You pull away. You sabotage the relationship. Because a part of your unconscious mind whispers, something this good isn't meant for me. Another reason we choose the wrong partner is because of the stories we've been fed, through movies, novels, social media. Love is portrayed as a storm of passion, drama, pain, and intensity. The main character falls for the broken, mysterious person, and transforms them with love. In reality, loving someone who's deeply wounded won't heal them, it'll just wound you too. You can't love someone enough to make them change if they don't want to. But because we're raised on these dramatic love stories, we think a calm, stable relationship is boring. So we choose chaos and get hurt. The good news is, this cycle can be broken. But not by finding someone new, by turning inward. Start by asking, how did you learn what love is? Who was your first love model? What old wounds are shaping your choices today? Most importantly, do you believe you deserve to be loved, kindly, completely, and without suffering? Healing isn't easy, but it starts with awareness. You learn to recognize toxic patterns earlier. You know when to walk away. You dare to choose solitude, instead of the wrong person. You set boundaries. You love yourself, before you love anyone else. Choosing the wrong partner isn't fate, it's the result of unconscious psychological patterns. If you've ever been hurt, stuck in a loop, crying over the same kind of person, know this. You're not alone, but you're also not doomed. With understanding, courage, and a willingness to heal, you can break the cycle. True love isn't something you find. It's something you create when you truly know yourself. Heal your wounds, and recognize that you are worthy. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it to help others break free from the same cycle. See you in the next video on behavioral psychology.